hidden quadratic equation का सबके questions इकट्ठे आएंगे. Okay. For what value of k does this equation have repeated roots? Who can tell me what do we need to do with this question?
B square minus 4ac equals to 0.
Yes, the repeated root is when the quadratic equation touches the x-axis at only one point. That is right. We get repeated roots. So this is when b square minus 4ac equals 0, correct? So b here is minus k. B square minus 4, a is 2, c is 8 equals to 0. So we have k square minus 64 equals 0. K square equals 64. K equals plus minus 8. That is question number 1. Question number 2. Solve equation x square minus 6 under root 3x plus 24 equals to 0. Give your answer in terms of surds, simplified as far as possible. Surd means give your answer in terms of square root. Do not press ST in the calculator. Okay, so let's do part A. We will have to use quadratic formula. So minus b, so that would be plus 6 under root 3 equals, minus b plus minus b square, square root of b square. So square of minus 6 under root 3 minus 4ac upon 2a. So we're getting 6 square root of 3 plus minus, inside the square root, let's square minus 6 under root 3. You can just ignore the negative sign, because if you square a negative value, it's a positive value. So I've entered minus 6 square root of 3 in the calculator. I'm squaring that, I get 108. 108 minus 4 times 24 is 96 upon 2. We have 6 square root of 3 plus minus square root. 108 minus 96 is 12 upon 2. Square root of 12 can further be simplified. Enter square root of 12 in the calculator. It gives you 2 under root 3. Square root of 12 is 2 square root of 3. So we have 6 square root of 3 plus minus 2 square root of 3 divided by 2. Now this is just like 6x plus minus 2x. So one answer would be 8x and the other answer will be 4x. So I'm writing 8 square root of 3 divided by 2. Should have written x equals. Okay, so one answer of x is this and the other answer of x is 4 square root of 3 upon 2. So the final most simplified answer is going to be 4 square root of 3 and 2 square root of 3. Yes. That was part A of this question. Any questions here?
No.
Part B. Find all 4 solutions of this quadratic equation. Give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, what is the relationship between part A and part B's equation? What do you notice?
They have the first 2 solutions.
They have the first 2 solutions. What does that mean? ये a की जैसी नहीं है. The coefficient of the
Square root.
first term is 1. The coefficient of the second term is minus 6 under root 3 and the constant term is 24. Also, do you notice that this is a hidden quadratic equation?
Yep.
So, that means कि इसका जो solution होगा, the initial solution is going to be the same as the solution of part A. So, when you solve this using quadratic formula, you'll also get 4 under root 3 and 2 under root 3, but for y. So, I'm writing for B, I'm writing y square minus 6 under root 3y plus 24 equals 0, because we did let y equals x square. And we've already solved the equation in part A. So the two answers for y are the same, 2 under root 3 and 4 under root 3. And y will be replaced with x square equals 2 under root 3 and x square equals 4 under root 3. Now we have to give the final answer correct to 2 dp. So that means now we can use st. Now square root both the sides and you'll get the values of x. So x would be plus minus square root 2 under root 3. And here x equals plus minus square root 4 under root 3. Then what do we get? We get x equals plus minus 1.86 after rounding and x equals plus minus 2.63 after rounding. Question number 3. Show that the line y equals 3x minus 3 and the curve y equals 3x plus 1x plus 2 do not meet. Which case is this? When a curve and the line, they do not intersect.
B square minus 4ac is less than 0.
Yes. First, you'll have to solve these equations simultaneously. So 3x minus 3 equals 3x plus 1 and x plus 2. We have 3x square plus 7 and then minus 3 would be 4. And minus 3 goes to the other side, becomes plus 5 after being added with 2. So this is the quadratic equation that we're getting. And now we will show that its discriminant is less than 0. So b square is 4 square minus 4, 3 times 5. What is this equals to? 16 minus 4 times 3 times 5. That is minus 44. Is less than 0. Hence shown. So we have to show that the discriminant is less than 0, and that is what we did. Question 4. The equation of a curve is this, where A, B, and C are constants with A is greater than 0. Find in terms of A, B, and C the coordinates of the vertex of the curve. Okay, so we're given a curve and you have to find the coordinates of its vertex. Vertex means this turning point or stationary point. So you need these coordinates of the curve. And how do we get the coordinates of stationary point of a curve? By first changing it into completed square form. Remember completed square form? Let me give you an example of a completed square form. For example, 3x minus 2 whole square plus 1. What are the coordinates of turning point of this curve? Who remembers this?
2, 1.
Yes, 2, 1. Abu Bakr, do you remember this?
जी मिस
2, 1. So first you have to change this into this form and then you'll be able to tell the coordinates of the turning. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to change y equals ax square minus 2bx plus c into completed square form. How do we do this? We take x common from a common from here. Yes, a common lete hain. The coefficient of x square should be outside. So a is common and inside we have x square minus 2b by a times x plus c. Now we have to change the bracket into a square term.
मिस मिस ये बी बाई ए कैसे आ गया
क्योंकि देखो अगर हमारे पास 3x स्क्वायर प्लस 6x और इसमें से हम 3 कॉमन लेते हैं हमारे पास आ जाता है ना x स्क्वायर प्लस 3x 2x सॉरी
हाँ जी
क्योंकि डिवाइड हो जाता है ये 3 इससे तो 2 आ जाता है तो अब जो a बाहर लिया है ना उसको डिवाइड कर दो ठीक है इसलिए a डिनोमिनेटर में ओके नाउ वी हैव टू चेंज इट इनटू a स्क्वायर minus 2ab plus b square a square minus 2ab plus b square because that would be a completed square form. A minus b whole square. Okay. अब ये कैसे करेंगे? We already have a square because that's x square minus 2a and that means our b is b by a. So अब इसको लिख लिया a square minus 2ab के form. But we also need plus b square. So plus b square is going to be plus b by a square. Now this is something I added to this expression. That this was
माइनस
not there.
बी
हाँ, minus b करेंगे. So what I've added, I need to subtract as well. And then we close the brackets and then we add c to it. अब these 3 combined will give a plus b whole square. So I'm writing a bracket and then x minus b by a whole square. And outside I have minus b by a. I'm writing b square and a square, bracket close plus c. I'm going to further expand the bracket. Which gives a x minus b by a whole square minus that becomes b square by a and plus c. So this is the completed square form. Now what is going to be the vertex or the coordinates of turning point? Who can tell me in terms of A, B and C? क्या हो गए? Coordinates of turning point.
B over A.
Yes. X is B over A and Y is?
Minus B square over A plus C.
Yes. Abu Bakr, do you understand this?
जी मिस
Okay. So these are the coordinates of the turning point or the vertex of the curve. Find in terms of A, B, and C the coordinates of vertex of the curve. Done. Next it says, given that the vertex of the curve lies on the line y is equals to x, find an expression of C in terms of P. आपको कह रहे हैं जो vertex आपने निकाला है, it is lying on the line y is equals to x. Let me draw it. So it's जब थोड़ा diagram गलत हो गया, let me just fix that. The vertex is lying on that line. It's going to be something. Maybe a curve like this, and the vertex is passing through. Still not a perfect diagram. There should be only one point of intersection, or maybe 2 points of intersection, you never know. But yes, the vertex crosses through the line y is equals to x. So there is some point of intersection. Maybe there's 1 point of intersection, or maybe there are 2 points of intersection. We don't know that. Okay. Given that the vertex of the curve lies on the line y equals x. So that means that this vertex has the same value as the x coordinate and the y coordinate. That means maybe 3,3 है वो जो point हमने ये निकाला है AB की form में. Maybe 5,5 है. So what we know is that we can equate this to this, because this point is passing through the line y is equals to x. That means its y and x are equal. So we can equate that. So y equals x. That is b by a equals minus b square by a plus c. हमें c को subject बनाना है. Find an expression for c in terms of a and b. Yes, so make c the subject. So I'm going to send the fraction entirely to the right hand side, b by a plus b square by a, and that's it. In the second step, you may take a common in the denominator. You may take LCM, and this is the answer for the next part. C का expression बताना था in terms of A and B, and you were told that the point of the vertex lies on the line y is equals to x. So we equated the x coordinate with the y coordinate, and we have our answer. There's another part to this question. Show that in the case where the value of, show that in this case, whatever the value of B, C is always greater than equals to minus 4 by A. In this case का क्या मतलब है कि the curve and the line, they intersect. The curve and the line y is equals to x intersect. We don't know if it's 1 point of intersection, and we don't, or 2 points of intersection. So what's the case of discriminant when we're unsure whether it's intersecting at 1 point or 2 points?
Greater than is equal to.
Yes, b square minus 4ac is greater than or equals to 0. This is it. So b square minus 4ac would be greater than and equals to 0. ठीक है, और एक हमारे लिए ये भी हिंट है कि इन्होंने इधर भी ग्रेटर देन इक्वल्स टू किया हुआ, सो हम भी ग्रेटर देन इक्वल्स टू करें. Okay, so now how do we get the quadratic equation? We've done this much. We have b and b square. Let's rearrange this and we'll get a quadratic equation, and we'll extract its a, b, and c. So this becomes b square plus b minus ac. I've skipped a few steps and I've changed it into the general form of a quadratic equation. So b square plus b minus ac. So a is 1, b is also 1, and c is minus ac. So b will be equals to minus b, which is 1, plus minus square root b square माइनस, अच्छा सॉरी, मुझे बी स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac करना था, ग्रेटर देन इक्वल्स टू 0. So b square is 1 square minus 4a is 1 and c is minus ac greater than equals to 0. Rearrange this and we'll get the required form. Plus 4ac is greater than equals to 0. What do we have to show? That c is greater than equals to that. Okay, so I'm sending 1 to the other side. 4ac is greater than equals to minus 1. C is greater than equals to minus 1 over 4a. This is what we were supposed to show. Question 5. The roots of the equation kx square plus 2k minus 3x is equals to 5x square minus k are not real. Find the greatest integer value of k. Okay. When does a quadratic equation not have any real roots?
And less than 0.
Yes, when the discriminant is less than 0, when the curve does not touch the x-axis at all. So discriminant is less than 0. Is less than 0. Okay. We need to extract the discriminant. So that for that, we need to completely expand this. I'm going to bring 5 to the other side. So the coefficient of x square becomes k minus 5 x square. Coefficient of x is compact already. 2k minus 3x. Expansion की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी. And plus k equals 0. Stylus has given up. Okay. So 5k minus 5x x squared, 2k minus 3x, and plus k. I think I got it right. Okay, so now a is k minus 5. B is 2k minus 3. And C is k. So B square would be 2k minus 3 whole square. Let's see जवाब देंगे. 2k minus 3 whole square minus 4 k minus 5 times c is k is less than 0. Let's expand this. So we get 4k square minus a square minus 2ab plus b square minus 12k plus 9. Okay. And then minus 4k square plus 20k. So we have 4k and minus 4k square gets cancelled. Then we have 8k is less than minus 9. लग रहा है मैंने कुछ गलत किया. K is less than minus 9 by 8. I'm getting your internet connection is unstable. Can you guys hear me properly? अच्छा नहीं सही है. That is what the answer is supposed to be so far. Okay. So now we have to find the largest integer value of
Lag
k.
कर.
I am lagging. Okay, let me turn off the video. Okay. I hope this helps. Do I sound better now? Can you hear me any better? I hope you can. I cannot hear you guys. So k is less than minus.
Negative.
Okay, good. K is less than minus 9/8 क्या होता है decimals में? It is minus 1.25. So we practiced this yesterday. What is the biggest integer value that is smaller than minus 1.125?
-2.
-2? हाँ मैं ख्याल में सही कह रहे हो। -1 इधर है, -2 इधर है, and minus 1.125 is somewhere over here. And we're talking about greatest integer value, which is smaller than this. So we have so many integer values smaller than this: -2, -3, -4. The biggest of those is -2. So yes, k should be equals to -2, which is the correct answer. All right. Let's end the lesson here. I'll have to go over the worksheet and give you guys a few questions of homework on WhatsApp. Okay, मैं देख के बताती हूँ. ठीक है?
Okay, miss.
All right. Take care.
Yeah.
Allah Hafiz.